Hello students, myself Dr. Shaikh Fatima, Ahmednagar Jilla Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, New Arts, Commerce and Science College, Ahmednagar. Basic concepts in economics. That is the first chapter. So today we have discussed the most important part is like the branches of economics. There are two branches of economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. See, in the last video, we have started and we have discussed the basic concepts of microeconomics. So on that concept, we have already discussed the wants, then the different, the characteristics of wants. Then next is the goods and services, means what is the meaning of the good and what is the meaning of the services. Then utility, the capacity of a commodity which is satisfy the human wants, that is called as the utility. Then next concept we already discussed, the value. There are two ways, the value in use and value in exchange, and the water diamond paradox of values. Okay, so today we have discussed the next concept, basic concepts of microeconomics. It's like a wealth. So what is the meaning of the wealth? So the anything which has market value and can be exchanged for money. Basically, what is the role of that money? Money is a medium of exchange. So it's a regular as the it's a regular part of wealth, means the regarded as a wealth, a commodity must possesses the three near about the four characteristics. The wealth, where we have collected wealth. The first is utility. Utility means what? The capacity of a commodity which is satisfy the human want, that is called as the utility. Like the furniture, then refrigerator, these commodities will provide the different the utility, means that we have consumed the different goods and services, so that good will provide the different types of utility. So that utility means that you have satisfy, means it's calculate the people satisfaction, the consumer satisfaction. Like the, for example, the utility means what? The furniture, then refrigerator. What is the importance about that furniture? What is the importance about that refrigerator? These all are the household. So that's why that commodity, which is the satisfy the human want, that is called as the utility. Then next point is the scarcity. See, now commodity must be scarce in the supply in relation to its demand. If it is to be included in the term of wealth. See, now the all economic goods for which price is paid, means automatically these all things related to the money. So the money is a medium of exchange. The wealth, where we have collected that wealth. So express that the wealth we have expressed in money. So that is called as the wealth. So the first and most important thing is the scarcity means what? The all economic goods for which is price in paid, means the every commodity if you have to see in. So that time we already study what is the price about that commodity. So that is called as the scarcity. Then next is the transferability. See, now money is easily transferred, the value about that commodity, because that part will expressed in money. So a commodity should be transferable from person to person as well as the place to place. It is easy. Why? Because if the good is material or the tangible, then only it is possible to transfer it from place to place. For example, the vehicle, then jewelry, etc. We used those commodity, we transferred those commodity for one place to another place, one person to another person. So that is called as the transferability. Then what is the next, the characteristics of the wealth? The externality. A good can be transferred only if it is the external to human body, means the commodity which is the man use externally. So that is called as the externality, like the bag, then chair, etc. These are the example of that characteristic. So these all things means like a wealth. So the next, the characteristic, otherwise the next concept of microeconomics, it's like a personal income. See now, the person who is earned some income, so that income he spend his different goods and services, otherwise those income will satisfy those people's basic want, fulfill those people's basic want. But the main thing is personal income means what? The earning received by a person from all sources. See now, one person will use the different sources and earn some income. So that is called as the personal income. Means if we have to provide any goods, if we have to provide any services, so you have to provide that services, but before you have used the different sources, so and collect some income, otherwise the earn some income, so that is called as the personal income. But the next concept is like the personal disposable income. See now, disposable income means what? The income which is the used directly that person, like the as a income. See now, it is that part of personal income which is left over after payment of direct taxes such as the income tax, then wealth tax, etc. That is called as the disposable income, PDI. The short form is like a PDI. It is that part of personal income which is left over that payment, like the personal income. See now, the total income minus income tax, so that is called as the personal income, otherwise the personal disposable income. See, it is that part of personal income which is left over payment after payment of income taxes such as it means, that is called also the that income will increase your purchasing power. So this is your the personal income. That income you have to use anywhere, and that income will satisfy your basic want. Then I have shared the one of the most important screen. Just it's a, like the additional information in your textbook. They are adding the one of the most important part, like you should know. Okay, you should know means what? It's not included to your the syllabus, but that is the extra information. Some the various types of income is important. Just I have shared that screen, the various types of the income. The first is the fixed income, then the fluctuating income, then money income, then real income, then contractual income, then residential income, then earned income, and last is the unearned income. So these are the types of the different types of income. But these all income will explain the all sources. The earning sources is different. Each and every people will use the different source, earning source, and then they have collect some income, then they have earned some income. But these different types will explain one of the most important character, otherwise the most important concept, like the personal income or the personal disposable income. So the next, the most important, the macroeconomic concept is like the economic activity. So basically the economic activity means what? That activity will support your economy. That activity will increase your economy. That activity will support to the development, economical development. So that's why that activity is classified into four types. Which four types? The first is like a production, then second is the distribution, third is the exchange, and fourth one is the consumption. So we just discussed the each and every the type related to the economic activity. Basically, economic activity means what? That activity will support to growth your economy, growing your economy. That activity will support to your economic development. So that's why that each and every the type is important to your economical development. So the first and most important economic activity is like a production. See now, the producer has produced the different goods and services basically. But the production is creation of utility. See now, if you have to produce any single one commodities, that commodity will satisfy the human want. So the production is a creation of utility. There are four factors of production. See now, before the producer will produce any commodity, he has to use the four factors of production, like the land, then labor, then capital, and entrepreneur. See now, the each and every factors of production's reward is also important. Means if you have to use the land is a natural factor. So the reward about that land is the rent. Then the labor's reward is like a wages. And third and most important, the factor of production is like a capital. So reward about that capital is interest. And last and most important factors of production is like a entrepreneur. Otherwise, he is a coordinator. Okay. So the reward about that entrepreneur is like a profit. So just we have discussed the each and every factors of production. Without any factors of production, means these four factors of production is most important. We never ignore single any one factors of production. Without any factors of production, producers cannot produce any commodity. Okay. So just we have discussed the first and most important point is like a land. We know the land is the economic, it is a wide term. It is a natural factors of production. It's not a man-made factor. It's a free gifted by nature. So the any natural resources that is available on the and the above and below. See, the land there are three part. The on the earth, the normal place, then the above and the below side. On the surface of, then above the surface of, and the below the surface of the earth is called like a land. In economics, we know the minerals which are found below the surface of the earth, soil and water on the surface of the earth, air, sunshine, wind are above the surface of the earth. So the land earns the rent, means the reward about that land. It's like a rent. It's a productive factor. But the most important thing is land is a natural factors of production. It's not a man-made factor. We never the mobility is not possible in the land because it's a fixed part. So the next is the labor. Labor is a human factor. It's a man-made factor. Labor is included by that the man. So the labor, we never separate the man and the labor. So labor is a human factor of production. Any physical or the mental effort undergone during the process of production to earn the some reward that is called as the wages. Means if you have to use the any type of labor, so reward of that labor is like a wages, and it is called as also a labor. Means the physical and mental activity is most important. For example, the carpenter, then accountant. See now, these two persons working type is different. The one is the provide the physical work, otherwise the physical labor, and accountant will provide the mental labor. Then next is the capital. The most important the factor of production is like the capital. Capital is also a man-made factor. The capital is a produced means for the further production. It's support to that production side. It is a man-made. And next is the it is the reward for that. The capital is like a interest. For example, the machinery, then technology, then factory building. On that time, each and every means if you have to order the any machineries, otherwise the you have to purchase the modern machineries, modern technology, the factory building. If you have to construct the factory building, so that time you have invest that capital. So the reward about that capital is like a interest. Then last is the entrepreneur. He is a coordinator, he is a leader, he is an organizer, he is a captain for that production side. So he is a special kind of labor who gets the work done to the earn and reward of the profit. Means the entrepreneur's reward is like a profit. Basically, he is a coordinator, he is a leader, he is a captain for that industry, otherwise that firm, otherwise the production side. So these are the four factors of production. So the basic concepts of microeconomics, like the economic activity, there are a first activity is the production. Then the next is the distribution. See now, the economic second activity is like a distribution. Means it is the division of factors, the rewards among the different the segment of the society. Means the if you have to use that factors of production, the land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. See now, the factors of production claim their the reward of rent, wages, interest, and profit through the process of distribution. Means the producer has distributed that income for the any other the sector, otherwise the any other different name. Like the labor will provide that labor, yeah, so that time his reward is like a wages. Then the entrepreneur role, his reward is like a profit. Then the capital reward is like a interest. So these are the different these are the different reward of that particular factors of production. So that rewards distribution means the process of distribution is most important, and that is called as the distribution, the division of the factors rewarding among the different segments of the society. Means each and every society related person, otherwise each and every man can earn these use these all the factors of production and earn some income. The next is the exchange. See, it is the give and take between the various units in economy. The exchange means basically we know the money is the these are create the monetary transaction, that is called as the monetary transaction, otherwise support to that money. Means the money is a medium of exchange. It is give and take between the various units in economy. See now, the in the barter system in ancient period we have accept the barter system, means goods with goods. So that is so difficult, means exchange part we never maintain, but at present it's possible because it refers to sale and purchase of goods and services. It's so easy. So in economics, exchange is necessarily a monetary transaction. It's create the monetary transaction. The last point is like a consumption. The consumption, who is consumed? The consumer. We all are a consumer. We have consumed the different goods and services. In a basic want, if we have to fulfill your basic want, so lots of goods we have consumed. So the person who is the spend our income for various goods and services. So that time the consumption is important. So it is making use of goods and services to satisfy human want. Consumption has the satisfy those people's human those people's wants. So that is called as the consumption. So in these all points, it's like related to the microeconomics. So these are the different concepts of the microeconomics. Basically microeconomics means what? If you have to remember the Kenneth Boulding's definition, see, the microeconomics is the study of the particular firm, particular household, individual prices, wages, income, then individual industries, particular commodities. So it means it is like a microscopic approach. So these all the different basic concepts of microeconomics will explain the microscopic study. So I think you have to remember these all points. You have to understood these all points. So goodbye everybody. Stay home, stay safe.